Hey everyone, welcome back to EverQuest, the hero's journey. We're here on the level 60 Shadowknight ROG Shaman, and we've got 2,247 AA points spent with 13 saved. Most recently, we used AA points to get Blacksmithing Mastery to rank 303, and I also got Salvage up to rank 303. The goal there is to use that to help us make some Seru Bane weapons, which one of the components for those has a very high blacksmithing trivial. I think 300 plus. I want to say 335. So with the AA blacksmithing mastery, it's supposed to reduce the chance of failing by 50%. So basically we got coin flip's chance of making a Cerubane weapon. And in the previous episode, we farmed a bunch of materials. I finished getting the materials I need to attempt. I think it's enough for four attempts at making a Cerubane weapon. So I think odds are high that we're going to be able to make at least one. Ideally, we'll make two. I'm planning on just making daggers. They're fast and yeah. So we are in Rivervale. You can do this anywhere there's a brew barrel, anywhere there's a forge. I just happen to know where stuff is in Rivervale, and it's small and close together. So yeah, that's where we're starting out. The things we need in the brew barrel are the vial of Quicksilver Temper. So this uses one of each of the items that we farmed up during the last episode, and we've got enough to do 8. We got plenty of the Shiknar Ichor from Fungus Grove. The other things were a little more tough to come by, and we've only got 8 of each, so let's do the combines on that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So we're 8 of 8 on that. My brewing is 248. I skilled it up a while ago for doing the Coldane Ring quest, I think it was. And the trivial on this temper is 135, so not too bad. Let's go find the forge. Where are we? Forge is over by the. There's one over by the Druid guild here. So what we need to make is a yttrium sheet, steel sheet, and I'm checking out the recipe for that now. It's two small bricks of yttrium ore and one of the tempers that we just made. I imagine. Hang on a second. Yeah, it's probably not going to show up in my search because I don't have a high enough blacksmithing skill. I do. I forgot something. Alright, run to the bank real quick. I got a drop off of one of the bosses in Shra Temple that increases my blacksmithing skill. This thing, the Hammer of the Iron Frost. So it gets me up to 45 points of blacksmithing skill, basically for just equipping it. So I can throw this in my whatever slot I want. I'm going to stick it in my range slot for now. And then if you look at your skills, you can look at blacksmithing. Where is it, blacksmithing? So it's 175 right now with that hammer equipped. If I take it off, it drops to 153. So my effective skill in blacksmithing is 175 with this thing equipped. I did work on getting a few more points, skill up points, using up some materials I had, and actually farmed up some more materials, making fine plate armor, just to uh, increase our chances at doing this just that much more. All right, so we got one temper here, violet quicksilver temper, and 2 of these ores. Oh, nice. Success. So that's the 335 trivial. So if we're going to fail, it's probably going to be on this. All right, 2 for 2. We failed, but salvage kicked in. At least I wish it kicked in on the temper. It kicked in on the brick of ore. All right, all right. There's another one. That's good. Oh, salvage. Oh, we did salvage a temper. Awesome. All right. There. Oh, that's all right. I kind of expected I was gonna fail a bunch on these because the trivial is so high. I don't seem to be getting skill ups though. That's kind of a bummer. All right, so we got 6 sheets, which is pretty good. Let me see what the recipe we need is here. If I close this, go trim. All right, so now we see the sheet metal 335. It shows up there because I was able to make it. We're gonna try to make daggers. Oh no! Oh, I totally botched that. I forgot that I needed to save the materials. Oh, I shouldn't have made as many sheets as I did. I should have saved half of the tempers, because I need a temper for the final combine. Uh, all right. um, Back to farming stuff. All right, let's. Yeah, we're not gonna record that. Hopefully, we can just resume this episode after I farm up some more of the stuff. At Yeah, I should have been paying closer attention. I did not need to make as many sheets as I did, and yeah, wasted some of the tempers which are needed for the actual weapon combine. All right, so I'll be hitting up the deep fungus grove, or not fungus grove, the deep Shra Temple and the gray, to get more stuff to make temper, and hopefully we'll resume in a little bit for the actual weapon combine. Alright guys, we are resuming. Did a little bit of farming. Didn't have much trouble in the deep, even Shra Temple. I happened to zone outside of Shra Temple and the named golem was up right outside. I sniped him and he dropped 2 of the meteor dust. And then I managed to get 1 more off of the group of sun revenants in the gray. So I've got enough to make 3 tempers and just have to hit up a brew barrel to do that. And yeah, so let's do that. Alright, we're at the brew barrel in Rivervale. Let's do the combines on these. 2, 3, okay. That should give us enough to try to make daggers. Hang on, before we do that, let's put our blacksmithing hammer on. Make sure we get higher skill. Where's the trim dagger? That's what I want. Nice. We made one. Alright, so we got a Seru Bane weapon. Let's try our hand at another one. There we go. Alright, we got a second one. I'm gonna save the stuff for the last one. I don't know, if for some reason the daggers don't work out, maybe I'll make a different type of weapon for the offhand, or I don't know, higher damage for the main hand. I don't think they are very different. So if we look at the dagger, it's 1118. I guess I could do like a main hand longsword and then offhand the dagger. I don't have a longsword blade mold though. Let's see, where do we get that? Trying to remember. This guy, I think, maybe. Alright, I'm gonna sneak, because he doesn't like dark elves. Nope, that's small plate. Guess not. Nope. Pretty sure it's one of the guys in... Oh, it's this guy right here. Long blade molds. Grab that. Go run back to the forge. There we go. We got it. Alright, so we made 3 Seru Bane weapons. This one's 26, 21. This one's 22, 18. Alright. So we'll main hand the sword and offhand the dagger. Let's throw some augments in there. Back here. What do we got for augments that we can put on? I got one of these laying around. Segment, that's 55. 70, so yeah, we can do that on the main hand. Maybe we'll do this on the offhand. I don't know. Yeah, we'll offhand that one. Alright, let's see if I have another augment I can stick in the... I don't think these can go in weapons. Or maybe they can. So it says they go in, they fit in slot type 4, but they can't go in the primary, secondary, or range slots, it looks like. Ear, head, face, neck, shoulder, arms, back, wrist, hands, fingers, chest, legs, feet, waist. Yeah, so it can't go in range slot, or primary or secondary. Same with these. So that's all I got for stats for the new weapon. Alright, so I'll do this. I'll stick that in there. And then which one was the higher damage one? That's 70 damage. Stick that one there. And then we got so that's put this over here. This one, do that. Okay. All right. We got some Seru Bane weapons now. You know what that means. Time to go try to kill Seru. Hey guys. So we are resuming. We're in Sanctus Seru. I just started a non-respawning instance. I have my Seru Bane weapons equipped. We've got our longsword and dagger. Longsword in the primary hand, dagger in the offhand. I did change out the augments that I'm going to use. I changed it to heals because I'm pretty sure that Seru is going to resist all of my magic-based stuff. That includes life tap procs. That includes, the direct damage procs that I typically put on my weapons. So I'd rather get something out of weapons proccing, even if it is a small heal. So let's use our Arc's key and find our way up to Lord Inquisitor Seru. Okay. I was having a hard time figuring out where on the map I was. So his room is a little tricky to get to, so just pay attention to the map if you've never been there before. I've been there maybe 2 or 3 times, that's it. There's a false wall, and it's marked on the map right here, right there. So you go through here, and you go through this door, and then you can click on this, and it takes you up to his area. It takes you to a maze, which is, yeah, tricky. It's actually hard to see. Hang on a second. Yeah, that doesn't work too well either. That, okay, not that way. Maybe this way? No. Yeah, that should do it. Hang on. Here, here, here. Go this way. Alright. Through the maze. So Seru, is in this room over here. We'll turn on NPCs. Don't know if it matters if we kill or don't kill these guys, but I guess we'll try to kill them. I've got non-magic spells memorized, aside from Life Spike, which I may swap out mid-fight if I can. I'm gonna give it a go, see if, oh, nice, assassinate. See if any of my life spikes will land. If not, then no point in having it memorized, and I'll just swap it out for something else. Do these guys roam? I don't like the... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. In one of my Shra Temple runs, I picked this thing up, Bone of Bertoxilus, and it has a clickable dot effect. Currently it's a 10-second cast, so not super usable, but I'm hoping that if I upgrade it to legendary, that it will get it down to, I don't know, something more usable. I guess we could check the bazaar, see if any are for sale in the bazaar. What's is a legendary version? 2.5 seconds, that's good. Enchanted version, 5 seconds, that's a bit much. So probably won't be super useful until you get it up to legendary, but that's the next thing I'm going to upgrade. Now I don't know if killing these guys outside the room is necessary, or if killing them is somehow going to make the fight harder, or I don't know. Let's take a look at the map, see what we got left. There's Seru +3, so they should be just inside the door. I don't want to get too close. Hopefully I can just pull them out. Alright. Now, I think Seru hits pretty hard. I don't think he's slowable, although my Shaman Shamanistic Tongue AA may help with that. Um, I'm a little concerned about him being so magic resistant that I can't even use life taps, and more specifically life tap procs, because that is the majority of my sustainability. Um, oh, okay. If I am having to heal the entire fight, then I don't know how well this is going to go. Alrighty. Kind. How do we get in there? I can't target him. Am I doing something wrong here? I guess I'll just use the map to target him. Alright. See if we can cast on him, I guess. Cannot cast on him. It says I can't see him. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to... I don't know. There we go. We got aggro on him. Okay. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I think I'm stunned? Or what's going on here? I couldn't see him. So I couldn't cast on him. Alright, he's heavily buffed. Blessing of... I'm wondering if maybe I need to go kill the mini bosses first. Like, what is he doing? Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna go well. Yeah. All right. So he's got those permanent buffs on him, and I'm wondering if maybe killing the bosses inside the outside pyramids will get rid of those. Um, so let's pause and go do that. All right, we've made our way back, and we are at the first guy we're gonna kill. My theory is that if we kill him, then this buff hopefully gets removed from Seru. So we'll see. All right, one down. Let's go get the next one. All right, we're here at the next one. He's got a friend here, so I'll take this guy out real quick. I was just wondering if maybe the reason Seru wasn't targetable is because you're not supposed to try and kill him unless you kill these guys first. So I don't know. We'll see if he ends up being targetable aside from through the map once we get back to him. Alright, so that's number 2. Let's go find number 3. Alright, here's the next one. Okay, well that was the guy with the spell reflect. I'm surprised I didn't reflect more spells at myself. Alright, let's go find number 4. Alright, here's the last one. Let's put our Seru Bane weapons back on if we can find them. There's the sword. There's the dagger. Alright. Let's use our Arc's key. Head back over there. Looking for the stairs. North side. There we go. Find that room with the hidden or the false wall. This one. There we go. Try to navigate our way through the maze again. Nope, not that way. Okay, and we're back. Refresh my damage shields. I'm gonna put a Shaman damage shield potion on. Okay, still can't get in there, can't target him. Conventionally, I mean. I can target him like this, and he doesn't have those buffs anymore, so hopefully my theory was right. Let's get him out here by sending the pets in to get him. Oh, wait a minute, did I lose my wolf pet? Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, what did he do to me? Torturing winds. I don't know. Alright. Alright, this seems a lot more manageable. Although, definitely gonna need to heal myself. Alright, let's do Call of the Ancients. And we'll do Rabid Bear. Trying to make sure we got them nice and dotted up here. Try a life tap, but yeah, resist. Hang on. Detrimental. Just trying to get him low. Or I probably should not sit right now. Hang on. gonna do Union of Spirits. That's a stat buff in the short duration window, and also a heal over time. Alright. So this is still tough, but manageable now that we took out those 4 mini bosses. He no longer has those buffs. Alright, we got him. Let's see what he's got. We got a Glamour Sword of Truth and a regular Sword of Truth, which is not usable by anyone. I think the only thing you could do with this is turn it into a Glamour. Although I wonder, could I put it on a pet? I don't know. Alright, we got... Oh, darn. So he does drop Ancient spells. I was hoping that would be one I would use. I saw Ancient, and I was thinking it was one I could use, but no. Alright. Seru's Torque. Yttrium Started Mantle. Bow of Storms. And Head of the Inquisitor. Deathly Temptation times 3 and Spirit of Flame, and then this thing. Okay. Well, pretty cool. Now we have access to kill something and that drops ancient spells. Unfortunately, he only dropped one. I think the Shaman is the only one that gets ancient spells for the classes that I have. I don't think the Shadowknight does. And it's 2 different spells. One of them's a poison dot, and I forget what the other one is. So yeah, now we know how to do it. At least I do. Kill the mini bosses, remove those buffs from him, and then take him out. He still hit pretty hard. He was hitting me. Let's see, it was a 916 there, 1007 right there. At 916, 916, 1643. He was still 21. Wow, he was hitting hard, even like without those buffs. That was rough. I did at one point try life tap and throughout the fight, and yeah, I just saw it resist, 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 and yeah, like here, Touch of the Cursed resisted. I don't think I snuck a single one of those through. So all of my healing was having to come from that ward that I put down, the Call of the Ancients ward that was sitting there healing me, my Torpor, and my Chloroblast. So, I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. I totally prolonged things by screwing up the Bane weapon combines or calculating how many things I needed. So I had to pause and go get more materials. But yeah, we successfully took out Lord Inquisitor Seru. Not bad. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care.